Here at Executive Coaching, we've coached literally thousands of women through the different phases of their career. That's led us to devise a model which we call the 5 stages of a woman's career. Now I'd like to take you through the model. The first stage is called exploring, and this stage is essentially women in their 20s. Nowadays, this stage lasts much longer than previously, because what we found is that Generation Y, both men and women actually, in the workforce are taking longer to decide on what career they're going to have. I think some of the reasons for that are because people don't get married as young, and also they don't take on mortgages now. The average age for the first-time householder in London is 37. And so I sense that that gives them the freedom to be able to try a few different things. The second stage is called building and accelerating. And this is the stage where they start to become career fit. It's also a stage where some of our clients point to a lack of confidence in their females compared to their male contemporaries. Now this, in terms of how it looks a bit like them not putting the hand up for assignments, or it looks like them not self-promoting as much. So for that reason, it's quite important to actually build in some kind of initiative program to address this at this point. Those programs are launched in quite a diplomatic way, because what we do find is that young women don't really want to be separated out from the men and told that they need coaching, whereas men don't. So I think it's important to be sensitive to the fact that there is a need there, but it's not all about making them more confident. Some of it actually is just about how women are, because very often women's style is a little bit more consultative, and that can sometimes be read as being unconfident. So now I'm going to talk about the third stage of a woman's career, which we call focusing and balancing. This stage of the career usually coincides with a woman becoming a mother. And it's a stage that we get very involved in, because one of the things that we do at Executive Coaching is we do a lot of maternity and indeed now paternity coaching. This phase is called focusing and balancing because actually what we find is in their efforts to be able to balance everything that's going on once they have a family, they also have to be incredibly focused. And so much of the coaching for us is around helping women to believe that they can actually do as much as they did previously, but perhaps in a less elastic day. So the next stage is called stage 4, which is the tuning stage. And this is usually when a woman has completed her family. And she's beginning to find that although she's on a tightrope still, and it still feels quite frenetic and she's juggling lots and lots, actually the tightrope feels like it's coming a little bit closer to the ground. And so what she starts to do is to start looking around again in terms of her career and starting to ramp that up again. And here at Executive Coaching, we also coach women in programs called Returning Talent, where we're taking women that have been out of the workforce for 3+ years to look after children, and men actually who have done this, because this is becoming more prevalent. And a lot of what we do in those coaching programs is actually to help them to build their confidence again, polish their skills and get ready to come back into the world of work. And so last but certainly not least, we then get to the 5th stage of the woman's career, and indeed this is the stage that I'm in. Anyway, the 5th stage we call re-energizing, and that's because at this stage, neuroscientifically, actually women lose some oxytocin. And oxytocin is the cuddle hormone. That's the thing that makes you look out for others. Women are in a really good position at this stage in their career to take more control and to take more leadership. At this stage, women tend to have built quite a lot more confidence. Very often, if they are mothers, they feel the confidence of having brought up their family successfully is actually quite reinforcing. In addition, during this phase, they want to do work that's meaningful for them, work that resonates with their values. As coaches, we find coaching women at this stage, it's often about the fact that on a board they might be the only female. The coaching is about helping them to stay authentically true to themselves whilst being in quite a male environment. So I hope that you can relate to our 5-stage model, and if you'd like to know more, please do get in touch.